Hello, everybody. Welcome to Minnesota Sports HQ. I'm Ben,
And I'm Jordan.
and hope you guys are all having a great day. Feel free to like and subscribe. Putting in a lot of work. This is our first video together. Super excited. And yeah, what a day in Minnesota sports. First, we had the Minnesota Wild playing the New York Islanders.
We had the Minnesota Timberwolves in action against the Houston Rockets, their first game since the All-Star break.
And we also had the Twins in preseason action.
And it's Friday night, so you know there's college hockey.
And we'll have that all coming up right after the intro. All right, guys, so let's get straight in. Taking a little break from supporting the USA in the Olympics tonight. We got curling on at midnight. Gold medal game for the first time in history.
Gold medal match against Sweden.
Another Sedin that's good on the ice on that team, as usual. All right, so enough blabbing on. Let's get straight into it. First up, we had the Minnesota Wild playing the New York Rangers. This was the third game on their road trip, and the Wild aren't very good on the road, so to get 3 wins out of 3 was absolutely great. We had a good game against the Devils. We had a nice comeback against the Islanders. We were kind of always in front. Stalock really played well in that game, but today Dubnyk played really well against the Rangers. And final score in this one was 4-1. The Wild had 2 first-period goals, one from Mikael Granlund and one from Stahl. Now, the Stahl goal could have gone to Granlund, and in that case, he could have had a hat trick in the third period. But, I think we'll take 4 points from him and Stahl. Like I said, Granlund scored 4 minutes left in the first period to make it 1-0. Stahl scored his 28th of the year with about a minute left in the first period to make it 2-0. Jasper Fast scored.
What a name.
Yeah, what a name. Really quick on the ice, I bet. Sorry, guys. 2 minutes into the second period, he scored to make it 2-1. And then Eric Stahl scored again and that was 52 seconds into the third to give us a 3-1 lead. And then the Finn himself scored again. Granlund scored again. And little assist from the ref on his goal, but he scored about 10 minutes into the third period to make it 4-1. And really no point with the pulling the goalie empty net at all for the Rangers. They had their backup in. Obviously not the king.
Just his second career start, I believe.
Yeah.
He played well in his first match, still got the L, but tonight we got him out of his comfort zone right away, putting shots on goal, 37 in total, which was great for the Wild to get him out of his zone and put some pressure on the rookie right away.
Yep, 1 for 1 on the power play, which is always good to see for the Wild. Not too many penalties, actually. It's kind of surprising. The Wild only drew 1 penalty, which has been a really big source of struggle lately. And one thing I want to point out is Dubnyk was absolutely massive in net. Like Jordan said, they had 23 shots. He only allowed 1 in. That is a .957 save percentage, which is absolutely great for Dubnyk. And really putting, maybe some skeptics on guard that maybe he should have been in the All-Star game.
Yeah, he got snubbed. He's been on such a tear lately. And how about that first line tonight?
Oh, yeah. 4 points for Stahl and Granlund. And, Zucker got some points, too. Suter got some points, as usual, which we all love to see. And a look at how this win affects the standings, well, it puts us into the 3rd division spot, leapfrogging Dallas.
What a rare sight to see. This is the first time all year we've been in the top 3?
I think so.
And you see St. Louis there on the bottom wildcard spot after such an incredible run to start the year. They were up towards 1-2 spot all year until just recently this past month they've just fallen off a cliff. As you can see, they've gone 3-6-1 in their last 10, losing 3 in a row. What happened to the Blues?
I think they're feeling the blues, man.
I think so too. I mean, Mike Yeo just carried his aides to the Blues from the Wild. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah.
they're either going to choke it away or lose in the first round. So
Which is also a classic Wild move. Hasn't changed under Bruce Boudreau yet, but you know, we do have 75 points from 61 games, which is absolutely great. After Parisi has come back, the Wild have looked like a totally different beast.
hmm
And 6 points behind Winnipeg with the same amount of games played. I mean, we could catch them, and if we do, that could have huge implications. They're really good at home. We're really good at home.
yeah.
How good at home are we?
This season we are 25-6, which is absolutely ridiculous. But Winnipeg, like you said, is 23-6-2. So the 2 spot in our division could be crucial to who would win that. But we got 21 games left, so a lot could happen. Especially like look at the wild card right now. Anything can happen. We could get the 2 spot in the division. We could get the last wild card spot for
We
all we
could be
know.
out of the playoffs too
Yep.
if we hit a bad patch. I mean, if Dubnik goes down, who knows?
Yeah. Even if we lose a top line defender or top line forward, we don't have much depth. So
No, not anymore. Not after some of the trades we've made recently. But you know, I'd say Dallas is probably in the playoffs. They've been really good lately. Um, so between St. Louis, Los Angeles, Calgary, and Colorado, who are you saying? Who's going to make that last wild card spot?
I think St. Louis will end up pulling it out. Yo will find a way to get himself into the playoffs. You got to imagine after a run like last year that they'll find another gear. They'll get themselves regrouped. I don't know about the Avs. Just can't
Yeah,
trust them.
I'd write off the Avs, but Los Angeles, very consistent team. So is Calgary with Johnny Hockey at the helm. Actually, somehow, Calgary has a minus goal differential.
Yeah. What I do like to see is Chicago down there at 62 points. Uh, what
And
happened to the
even
Blackhawks?
500 and even 500.
Yeah.
Goalie issues, I'd say. Kind of ever since the start of the season, they've had backups in quite regularly instead of Crawford, who's pretty much an all-star.
So as you can see, it's just a log jam. There's about a 3-4 team race for the final wild card spots.
It'll be very interesting.
It'll be a fun ride this last month and a half, 2 months.
And yeah, I mean, a log jam to there to a fresh season. Twins, are they taking a new leaf?
It's about that time to talk about the Twins. Yes, the Twins. I know it's hard to think about right now with all these snowstorms and yeah, I'm repping here. But today they had their first exhibition match in spring training down in nice sunny Florida. They took an L to the Red Sox. 4-3 was the final, but it was just nice to see some of the starters back out there.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously not Mauer. I don't know when the last time Mauer played in a spring training game was. We didn't see Sano. Was there any else? Any other big
Dozier.
names? Dozier didn't play. I know he was battling a kidney stone issue, so hopefully we'll see him in about a week or two. But we did get to see Buxton in center today. I mean, we got to see him, but not much production. He was 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. So
Yeah, definitely not great. A little rust. Or, I don't know.
yeah, so Jorge Polanco, he was at short. He went 1 for 3, as did Kepler, Rosario. Any other big names in the lineup today?
Well, what I really want to point out is kind of, every, Dozier, Mauer, and, Sano, we had backups in for, and, a few bats here and there for some new guys, Mitch Garver, we had, Adrianza and Kenny Vargas. They don't get to play that often.
We even got to see the young prospect Gordon at second base today. He did get a hit in his only at bat.
And a run.
And a run. So the Twins did trail They were down 4-1 going into the top of the ninth. They did manage to get 2 runs in the top of the ninth to make it interesting, but they couldn't prevail. Boston takes the win 4-3. But it's just nice to see baseball again, huh?
Yep, and some decent performances from a few of our pitchers.
I think so. In the spring training, we usually see, maybe 1, 2 innings out of everyone. Sledgers, he had a nice outing. He just went 2 innings. Um, no hits, a few strikeouts, so that was encouraging to see, especially you never know with the back of our rotation.
Hmm. Twins definitely need some work in the pitching department.
Yep. We did make a couple signings,
Yep.
so we'll
And
see.
plug, we're going to talk about that in one of our later videos towards the end of the month. We're going to make a twin season preview. And yeah, hope you guys really enjoy that. We're going to put a lot of effort into that because obviously that's your boy Jordan's strong suit.
Here we go.
So
Just about a month away, a little more than a month until opening day. So
yeah, I'm excited. It's now that we had the heartbreak of the Vikings, it's nice to see some other teams in action, some other games.
speaking of which, the Wolves were in action today after a nice All-Star break. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, we played the number one team in the conference, the Houston Rockets. It was a really close game at halftime. The T-Wolves were down by 1 at halftime. And, that's kind of just something that happens.
There was huge injury news, though. You want to break it to us?
Well, do I want to?
No.
No. Do I have to? Well, I'm obliged to, just to share it. Towards the end of the third quarter, I think we were down by like 5. We still had a chance to come back. We saw a crucial injury to probably the only chance of an MVP we'll see in the next probably 3 or 4 years. Jimmy Butler went down. It looked like non-contact. He got a little bump, but
We've seen that before, the old non-contact knee injury with
yeah,
Teddy.
Yeah, let's not bring up those old memories. That's for sure.
I mean,
Yep. So final score: Houston 120 to 102. Some key people I kind of want to highlight. Well, I'll highlight all the Wolves, and then we'll look at a few.
Can we do what no other camps do?
Okay, players have done before. Sorry about that, guys. Some ads are really trying to get into the video. YouTube hasn't even started monetizing us yet, and we're getting ads in the video. It's all in shambles. But Andrew Wiggins, 21 points. That's not too bad. He missed some clutch shots from 3, but can't ask too much. Not horrible. Taj Gibson, stalwart on defense. He played really well. He had 9 points. Karl Anthony Towns, the double-double machine, had 18 points and 13 rebounds. And Jimmy Butler, limited minutes, 10 points on offense with 5 rebounds and 3 assists. He looked really good. He was kind of the only one putting in work on the defensive side.
He had the tough task of guarding James Harden tonight. Which, by the way, we saw something out of James Harden that we don't really see anymore. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah. Well, 2 things. I said 2 things and actually put 4 fingers out. Great. Yeah. James Harden, went into the locker room after the game to see how Jimmy Butler was doing. Some nice appreciation for some other stars. And also one other thing, just pure class. The T-Wolves turned it over, and James Harden had a breakaway with 10 seconds left in the game. And he held up and didn't go for a classy dunk. Didn't try to show off. That's really nice to see for me.
It was nice to see Chris Paul too. Right when Butler went down, Chris Paul was on the bench. He wasn't even in the game at the time, but Chris Paul came off the bench and went to the side of Jimmy Butler. So that was good to see too. Some good sportsmanship out of the Rockets tonight.
Yep, and they might as well. They're the number 1 team in the West. And some other key performers. Jeff Teague had 18 with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. Pretty much all you can ask for from your point guard.
Yeah, especially against Chris Paul. Good game from Teague, I saw.
Yep, and some stuff off the bench. Well, Tyus Jones had 3 points. He kind of got screwed on an offensive foul. He made another long 3, but it didn't count, and that was really the moment where it all went wrong. Jamal Crawford really always picks up the pieces for our bench. He scored 14 points. which is absolutely ridiculous off the bench. I mean, I think he's 39, isn't he?
Yeah, and I think we'll see him in the starting lineup next game. So our bench is really gonna have to step it up in the
Yeah.
next few games without Jimmy, and who knows how long he'll be out for.
Yeah. Kind of the person who stepped in for Jimmy today was Bielitsa. He had 20 minutes, put in 5 points. He didn't do horrible. He made a three. He made a tough contested layup. You can tell we watched this game a little bit. But one man who didn't really perform.
You talking about Gorgie?
Who else am I talking
I
about?
mean, typical aids from Gorgie Zhang tonight. Along with Shabazz Muhammad, he had a breakaway dunk, and on the way he almost lost it. I don't know what happened to him,
I
but
mean, he only played 3 minutes. He had 4 points.
he embarrassed himself in those 3 minutes.
Yeah, well, what's surprising? And Houston, their stars, James Harden with 31 points and 9 assists. Could have, gotten a double-double if, he had made an assist on that final breakaway. Nice to see him not pad the stats, but Chris Paul got 14 points and also 10 rebounds, which is actually really good
It
for
was
Chris Paul.
it was nice to see Ryan Anderson only have 7 points. He's been killing the Wolves lately. Like not even this year, but the last few years. It just seems like he always torches the Wolves. Just 7 points tonight.
Yep, and somebody who usually tortures the Wolves and also did it tonight, Clint Capella. What do you got on him?
He is just a machine. I mean, I think he might have the easiest job in the NBA. He just sits under the rim and looks looks for Harden or Paul to feed him either through alley oops or right below the hoop because Paul and Harden just draw the defenders in. Just easy layups for Clint Capella.
Yeah, and also doing the dirty work too. 7 offensive rebounds in the game. That really says it all right there about the willpower.
He was a tough matchup for Towns tonight. Just his physical presence. So
Yep. So yeah. Props to the Rockets. I mean, clearly you're the best team in the West right now. Really wouldn't want to be in that 7 or 8 seed when we go into the playoffs. And how far are we away?
well, as you can see, we're only a game and a half back from Portland and just 2 games back of the 8th seed. And then if you want to look out of the playoff picture at the Clippers, just 3 games back. And you got to wonder with Jimmy Butler going out, if I hate to say it, but even making a playoff spot is going to be hard at this point.
Yeah, especially with our tough schedule in the next 10 games. 10 games.
So we got the Bulls tomorrow, the Kings next week, which we need. They're must wins because the next games after that against all playoff teams, including that stretch, is like the Trailblazers, the who else? We got the Pelicans coming up, the Spurs.
All critical games.
The Celtics. It's gonna be a rough stretch. Hopefully we have Jimmy back. Hopefully it's not too serious.
And you're looking at these 8 teams. Who do you want to face in the playoffs?
At this point,
who's realistic? The best realistic option.
I was thinking maybe if we could get the 6th seed, that would keep us away from Houston or Golden State in the first round. Maybe play Oklahoma City, who we have beat 3 times already this year, and then the Spurs without Kawhi. That would be the preferred matchup, but
yeah, I mean, right now we're the same games back. If they win one and lose one in their next games, we're tied for the 3rd seed somehow.
Yeah, what a logjam in the Western Conference, huh?
Yep, another logjam, and yet another team who's very good at home.
Minnesota Timberwolves, a stellar 24-7 at home. I mean that. If you look at the Rockets and Warriors, that's up with them. But the difference is the road records. I mean, Houston and Golden State have shown they can win on the road, and then the Wolves are just an awful 12-19 on the road.
Yeah, very comparable to San Antonio, who are 13-19 on the road. Pretty much almost exactly the same teams right now, honestly. Wolves are a little better in the Western Conference, but San Antonio can take care of that Eastern Conference.
I don't know why we've been struggling against the Eastern Conference, especially on the road. It's just, I think we have a tendency to play down to their level, and it's.
That seems to be a theme for all Minnesota sports teams. Yeah. And our last topic of the day, we had quite a bit of college hockey, as it is a Friday night.
We did plenty of action tonight. Let's start off with the Gophers and Penn State, a top 25 matchup tonight. And one unreal stat: Penn State put up 61 shots against the Gophers. They ended up, rip Gophers.
Come on, guys.
Yeah, Penn State put up 61 shots. That's got to be close to an NCAA record. They did prevail over the Gophers 5-1 this evening.
Yep, and before this, Penn State was 14 and 13. So if the Gophers want to have a chance in the NCAA tournament, they got to step their game up.
Yeah, right. So let's look at some other action. In the NCHC, a blowout here. Minnesota Duluth, they've kind of found their form here at a perfect time going into the NCHC playoffs, and hopefully they're trying for NCAA berth. They won 8-0 over Western Michigan. So yeah, other games, we had Omaha, a team on the bubble at the moment. They got a much needed win over Colorado College, 4-2. Mankato, kind of a surprising team this year in the NCAA hockey.
Yeah, number 4 right now in the nation.
Bemidji State got off to an early lead against them 1-0, but Mankato ended up prevailing, scoring 2 goals in the second period to take the 2-1 victory. And kind of a minor upset tonight. Miami of Ohio took care of North Dakota in overtime. I mean, North Dakota got a point.
Vital point for sure.
And then do you want to tell us about the game right here?
Oh yeah, St. Cloud State played the University of Denver, and another OT game. St. Cloud scored in the second. St. Cloud's goalie was absolutely insane this game, but he allowed Denver to get through with 3 minutes left in the game, going to overtime. And nothing in the 5-on-5 overtime, but how about the 3-on-3?
3-on-3 was very exciting. I think a lot of people like the new format.
Oh, I love it.
3-on-3. Just nonstop action, a lot of scoring chances. St. Cloud State easily could have won in the 3-on-3, unfortunately.
And even in the third period, missed a few breakaways.
And then Denver just squeaked in a goal. Was there 36 seconds left in the 3-on-3?
Yeah.
Yep.
And kind of an interesting goal. He kind of swung his bat with the hockey stick, and unlike Byron Buxton, he actually connected with it.
Yep.
And hit it off the post, then off the goalie's foot, and it went in.
Unfortunate puck luck there.
Yep, they all count though.
Yep.
So yeah, St. Cloud State gets a much-needed point for sure. Rematch tomorrow. Going to be going to that game as it is my birthday, so we're going to do.
We will be there.
Well, yeah, we'll be there.
Which should be a bruising matchup. I mean, St. Cloud State will
definitely
be out hunting for revenge. Yeah.
Yep. We hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content. Hope you all enjoy Jordan being on the channel.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, hopefully more regular appearances from Jordan. And yeah. Hope you guys
pray for Jimmy Butler.
Yep, #pray for Jimmy Butler. And we will